Hi Randy, this one's for you, just to show that I do actually wear shorts, although it's not very common. So I hope you enjoy this. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the spiderweb quickly that we found, and a lot of people like to ask questions about spiderwebs. Especially this one, which is a golden orb web spider. People are preoccupied with strength, and they make reference to it being stronger than steel. And I just want to put it into context and just some of the really fun, interesting things about spider silk. First of all, it's a liquid protein which they actually have in their body, and they keep it as a liquid pool. And when they need it, they actually draw it out of the spinnerets with their feet. And as it gets exposed to oxygen, it solidifies. So it's not like a long rope that they keep inside their body ready for use. They basically produce it as they need it. And then, of course, silk has different properties. Some of it is much bigger strands than in others. Depends on the spider. Some of it is a lot stronger than others. But at the end of the day, it's all multiple strands put together almost like a steel cable. And some of the general qualities of silk, number one, is that it's quite acidic, which actually prevents algal and fungal growths on the web, which allows it to obviously stay healthy. And it also attracts water from the environment, which basically makes it a little bit more supple. And it also tensions the web, so it makes it more effective for its particular use. So quickly going into strength. Silk is a lot less dense than steel. So if you had to have a strand of the same width, then steel would no doubt be stronger than silk. But of course, if it was the same density and you had the same measurements throughout for both of them, then silk would certainly be stronger. And you can measure strength by what is called tensile strength, which is how much energy is required to actually snap it lengthwise. Now, where silk really comes into its own is that it can actually expand at least 2 to 3 times, some of them as many as 4 or 5 times their own original length. Now, steel generally doesn't do that. And if you look at the range of temperatures that silk maintains its properties, it's from about minus 40 Fahrenheit and centigrade, which is the same temperature there, up to over 200 degrees C, close on 400 Fahrenheit. It basically maintains its qualities, which steel doesn't do. But what we really want to talk about is toughness. Toughness is resistance to deformation and to real damage, structural damage. And this is where steel cannot compare to silk. You can take even some of the hardest steels, and if you hit them with something really hard enough, it's going to create a permanent dent, and they have plastic deformation. Whereas this stuff here, it doesn't do that. It's almost impossible to dent or damage this stuff. It just bounces back. It's very elastic, very tough, and toughness is really what we want to measure, not strength. So you look at Kevlar, you look at polycarbonate materials that we have, man-made materials can't come close to this sort of stuff. So scientists are actually trying to replicate many of our protein silks for use in things like bulletproof jackets and so on. So there you have it. I hope that clarifies the boundaries of strength and toughness, and as far as silk and steel are concerned.